Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Harry's Highlights. On this video, we're going to talk about the book The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. These are the 21 irrefutable laws that are required to be an effective leader. That means they're non-negotiable. These are the laws they've worked out that are necessary and you have to be an effective leader. Not a good leader, not a great leader, but an effective leader. To be truly effective in all forms of leadership, you need to possess and subscribe to all of these laws. Now, each video we want to talk about each law individually. So today's video is about the law of timing. Now, the law of timing is about understanding the importance of well-timed decisions. See, who leads is as important as what to do and where to go. So when you break that right down, it's not just the leader, but it's what the leader does and where the leader sends his followers, or his or her followers. See, because timing is often the difference between success and failure in almost any endeavor. You know, if you take the wrong action at the wrong time, your people will suffer, and so will your leadership. But, take the right action at the right time and you'll succeed, and so will your leadership again. So there's a lot resting on it, and understanding the law of timing has a lot of different factors into it. You have to. There's so many things that you're taking into place. See, the right action at the wrong time will bring resistance. So you might have the correct method to achieve success, but the wrong timing could mean that all of a sudden, you've got a lot of people that are against it because it doesn't feel right. It feels premature, or it feels like it's missed its mark. It's like it's already past its time. So there's lots of different factors that play a role in it. The next one there is that you could have the wrong action at the right time, and that would be a mistake. A good example of this one is understanding entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are normally great at seeing, opportunity. They're great at recognizing where there's an opportunity for something, an opportunity or, potential. What can sometimes happen with entrepreneurs with the wrong action at the right time is knowing whether to cut your losses or increase your investment. See, it's the right time, and you can do either one. You can cut your losses and then, save more money, increase your investment, and then potentially make more money later. So doing that, but choosing the wrong action at that right time means, the difference between success and failure. If the timing is required that a change needs to be made, but you decide to increase your investment, and that then means that you don't have enough money left in the capital, then all of a sudden failure. But if it's the right time to make a change, and you cut your losses, and then you realize that you needed more people, doomed for failure again. So it's about understanding how the wrong action at the right time, is always going to be a mistake. The next one there is understanding that the right action at the right time will produce success. That's fairly self-explanatory, but it's explaining and understanding how this is when transformation happens in any sort of group, team, or organization. You can normally look at any sort of business or group or team of any kind, and there's that one pivotal moment where the leader made the right call at the right time and it changed everything. Everything got better, everything improved, everything succeeded, progressed and moved forward because the right action was made at the right time. Had that law of timing not been abided by, had they missed things by one moment, the right action but they were too early, the right action but they were too late, the right action but, the wrong timing completely, or even, it's the right time, the leader recognized this is the right time and then made the wrong action, the whole outcome could be completely different. So that's what understanding the law of timing is all about. There's so many different parts to it, and it's such a fickle moment that there's so much resting on you as a leader. There's the good leadership and good leadership timing requires many things. It's a mass of moving parts all happening at the right time in synchronization. So some of the things that are required are understanding. The leader needs to have a firm grasp of the situation. The leader needs to understand the whole picture and not just the immediate steps, the forward projection of what could happen after this one, the consequences or the rewards, the different areas that this could be affected and the different areas that this could be benefited in. It requires understanding in whole. The next one is maturity. The leader's motives must be right. So the leader must have motives that are for the team, for the progression of the organization, the group or company. If the leader's motives are all ego gratifying or selfish, it could mean that, it'd be the right time but the wrong action is made, because something, instead of doing the right thing by the team, they do the right thing by them and their credibility or them and their ego, meaning failure again. The next one there is confidence. The leader must know what must be done. That's about recognizing the whole situation and then understanding this is what it's going to take. And understanding that and embodying that. The next one then is decisiveness, which flows into that confidence. If you have a wishy-washy leader, it's going to have wishy-washy followers. If you have a leader that's sort of ums and ahs and is really unsure about everything, you're going to have followers that are going to be and ah and really unsure about the leader. And eventually that disharmony will happen and it'll fall apart. The other requirement there is experience. Now this is tricky because to have experience you have to obviously experience something. So if you don't have the experience in a certain situation that requires the correct timing, you need to gain that wisdom from somebody else. That means, having a strong circle of influence or, having the right contacts and networks that you can call upon that say, has anybody had this sort of situation come up and what did you do? So that there can be tricky because you can't always, until you've experienced it, you can't call upon that. But you can call upon others who have already experienced it. The next one there is intuition. So intuition is understanding intangibles, things like momentum or morale, things that you can influence but you can't always control. And understand that they're not specific, they're intangible, they're not specific things that happen. They're results of certain situations. Morale, a result of your team feeling good. Momentum, a result of everyone feeling inspired and things moving forward. You can't always just grab morale and just it's something that has to develop over time. And having that intuition is about being able to handle those intangibles. The next one there is preparation. You have to be prepared during the situation, and if you're not prepared, you have to create preparation, create a situation that is now prepared, which can be very, very difficult. Because sometimes you might be in a situation that you have no experience in, you've called on somebody else how they did it, then they've told you, this is what I missed out on, here's what I should have done better. You now have all the information, and you now have to create that environment there. That can be quite a lot, can be quite daunting for some people. So, but again, necessary. That's all these things that are required they all need to line up for the law of timing to happen. So having understanding, a firm grasp of the whole situation, maturity, making sure that your motives are all positive and altruistic and for the team. Having confidence, knowing what must be done, understanding that this is it's going to take to ensure success happens. Decisiveness, knowing that, okay, I've made the decision, here's what we're going to do. And be certain about it. Have the resolve to follow it through. Experience, again, if you don't have it, gaining that wisdom from somebody else who does. Intuition, understanding that there's a lot of intangibles. There's things that you'll need to develop or you'll need to cultivate that aren't always available. Next and the last one there was preparation. That if the situation isn't prepared for, you need to create that preparation. You need to create a situation people feel comfort again. So all of those things are what's required for good leadership timing. And all of these things together work to ensure that the law of timing happens. Now, that's a lot of different areas that sort of happen. And the law of timing, again, some people might put it down to luck, when it's not. It's a lot more than that. Understanding, what the right decisions are, and then understanding what the right time is will ensure that success happens. And the law of time will fall into place. So if you can understand that one, you can understand then who leads is as important as what to do and where to go. Now, we're making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. That's all for now though. So until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most. I look forward to sharing more with you in the next episode of Harry's Highlights.